Why do the birds fly so high at dawn? And why are the shadows so long now? What makes the pottery so strong?
Leo, why don't you ever stop asking questions?
Because every answer seems to create another question. Grandfather, the horse is right there.
Yes,
Why must I walk all the way to the bridge when it is so close?
because rivers don't care how close something looks.
If I were a bird, how far would I fly?
That I do not know.
The question followed him everywhere.
How long should I cut this roof beam? How much rope do I need from one corner of my field to the other? How far is the lighthouse if I could sail straight? Different people, different jobs, the same unanswered question. How do you measure a path you cannot walk?
How do we measure a path we cannot walk?
Perhaps the answer isn't hidden in the river. Perhaps it is hidden inside a triangle.
A triangle! What does that even mean?
It's just a triangle. No, it's not just a triangle, but it is one of nature's greatest secrets.
Children gather stones. They build squares on each side. Everyone helps. Builders, farmers, women, children. They count the stones on each side of the triangle, again and again. But something impossible happens. The two smaller squares always contain exactly the same number of stones as the largest square. Nobody understands why.
The reason is that whenever the three sides form a right triangle, the two smaller squares can always be rearranged to perfectly fill the largest square.
So are you saying the two smaller squares equal the larger square?
Yes, nature has balanced these three squares like a perfect scale. For instance, one basket contains 9 stones, the other contains 16 stones. Together they weigh 25 stones. The balance is perfectly level. The triangle has been telling us this all along. We are not comparing lengths, we are comparing areas. That is the aha moment.
So this square holds 9 stones, and this one holds 16 stones. Together that's 25 stones.
Wait, this is getting interesting!
Yes, the area of this square on the side of the triangle is a squared. The area of another side of the triangle is b squared. The larger side of the triangle is c squared. A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
The two small squares become the large one.
Exactly. That is nature's rule.
So the shortest path becomes the side of the biggest square. If that side is 5 meters long, the square built on it has an area of 25 square meters. And look, that's exactly the same as the 9 square meters and 16 square meters from the other two squares combined. So measuring a path we cannot walk becomes much easier with one discovery, thousands of years, millions of lives made easier.
The river was never the problem. I simply didn't know nature's rule.
Most people think the Pythagorean Theorem is about triangles. It isn't. It is about discovering the shortest path when you cannot measure it directly. Mathematics was never invented to make exams difficult. It was discovered to solve problems that once seemed impossible.